An elite Russian force is now thought to have descended into Ukraine. Spetsnaz, meaning Special Operations Forces, are reported to be in Ukraine and working to take over checkpoints and critical infrastructure. As per some unverified sources, Spetsnaz is teaming up with Russian airborne forces, trying to take over the airport near Kyiv known as the Hostomel or Antonov Airport. This is a strategic international airfield located northwest of Kyiv. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Russian Spetsnaz could play a critical role for President Putin in Ukraine. Let's get into the details. The Spetsnaz origin lies with Glavnoye Razvedivatelnoye Upravlenie, or GRU, Russia's military intelligence service. The GRU outlasted the KGB when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, and as per Western reports, it's active to this day. Apart from spy agents, GRU also has its own commando unit and was founded in 1949. The first units of what would become the Spetsnaz were transferred from the GRU in 2009 as part of the continuing 2008 Russian military reform. The Spetsnaz has been very active during the Soviet era and even spearheaded the invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. Spetsnaz isn't a single elite unit, but contains several different operating teams in both military and police forces. Some of Russia's best trained troops come from Spetsnaz. Spetsnaz teams and mission parameters are similar to the U.S. Army's 75th Ranger Regiment. Some even are seen as qualified as Tier 1 Special Operators, comparable to the U.S. Army Delta Force. Spetsnaz personnel played a key role in taking over Crimea in 2014. They became the infamous Little Green Men who seized the Crimean parliament and hoisted a Russian flag over the building. Spetsnaz undergoes very tough training. At SENEJ, meaning Special Purpose Center, potential operators learn skydiving, mountaineering, swimming, and military diving, and storming buildings and homes. While Kubinka Chu, or Special Operations Center, focuses on maritime operations and reconnaissance and controls several naval special operations detachments. While official numbers are classified, between SENEJ and Kubinka II, analysts believe the size is around 2,000 to 2,500 total personnel. The training of the officers is carried out in the Ryazan Guards Higher Airborne Command School, RVV-DKU, Department of Special and Military Intelligence, and the Department of the Use of Special Forces, and the Novosibirsk Higher Military Command School, NVVKU, Department of Special Intelligence, and the Chair of the Special Reconnaissance and Airborne Training. The Spetsnaz are a highly mobile, well-trained and equipped, constant combat-prepared special operations force. Designed for performing specific tasks, the SOF have the ability to function both within the country and abroad, in peacetime and in wartime. The Russian Ministry of Defense defines the term special operation as methods and ways of fighting not characteristic of conventional forces, reconnaissance and sabotage, subversion and sedition, counterterrorism, counter-sabotage, counterintelligence, guerrilla, counter-guerrilla, and other activities. The Spetsnaz excel at working behind enemy lines to create chaos and confusion. They're also very proficient in deep recon missions, assisting aerial bombardment, in which they would send targeting data to attack helicopters and fighter bombers. For example, the Spetsnaz may be involved in helping coordinate airstrikes and offering damage assessments for the attacks from the ground at key targets in Ukraine. Spetsnaz may have infiltrated Ukraine in several ways. They've been airlifted in with helicopters alongside the airborne units near Kyiv. Spetsnaz deployment in other areas of Ukraine could be done by simply shifting them through military vehicles. There is also a dedicated Special Aviation Brigade for the Spetsnaz and a squadron of Ilyushin Il-76 transport aircraft available for them. As per some reports, the Ilyushin Il-76 used by Spetsnaz is specially customized for them. The United States has warned the United Nations that it has credible information that Russia is getting a list together of Ukrainians to be killed or sent to camps following military occupation. According to a letter sent to the UN Human Rights Chief, the letter was first reported by the Washington Post and later confirmed by others, indicating President Putin's intentions. The shock troops could also help round up Ukrainian political leaders and take them prisoner, or even in the worst case, assassinate them. Vladimir Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, claimed in the early hours of Friday that the Kremlin's special forces had entered the capital, Kyiv, to hunt him and were also pursuing his family as part of a presumed regime change strategy. The first day of Putin's invasion of Ukraine followed the textbook strategy for land invasions. Russian forces attacked the country's military installations and air defense systems with missiles launched from the air, sea, and land. But now the hard part comes. It's a totally different thing when you put boots on the ground in cities that are populated by armed people willing to put their lives on the line to protect what they view as their sovereign right to self-determination. The Kremlin will be relying on Spetsnaz to smoothen things, undermine Ukraine's command and control capabilities, and ultimately remove its democratically elected civilian leadership. So it's evident that the Spetsnaz will play a critical role going forward.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.